Dillon. I've always been in the automotive field, so when this opportunity presented itself, I thought it might be a good thing to come help develop things in younger mechanics that I saw were lacking in the people that I was hiring.
Okay.
Well, I haven't really been in it that long. The career, I just love it. As far as, you know, the old adage goes that if you do something you love, you never work a day in your life. That's kind of true, because this wasn't what I went to college for. Wasn't even close to what I went to college for, but I always found myself going back to working on my cars, my neighbors' cars, my friends' cars, learning new things, you know, seeing how things go together and come apart. And that's what I truly love. So when I got the chance to kind of get into the industry through working at one of the local tire shops as a manager, and then, you know, filling various roles over the next 20, 25 years, it's just something that I actually do enjoy. When I leave here and go home, I just do more of this.
Okay.
It's really something that I enjoy.
Did you start working on cars in high school or younger?
Actually, a very good question. When I was in high school, I did not touch any of the CTE classes.
Okay.
I was more of a traditional high school student, if you will, that went to college prep. I went on and graduated from Marshall University with a 4-year degree in liberal arts. And again, I was just always working on cars on the side my whole life. Everything that I've learned up until a certain point in my career was all self-taught. You know, obviously in the late 80s, early 90s, when I was learning the basics, we didn't have things like YouTube. We didn't have resources as adults to go and learn this. The only resource you had was a shop manual, a car, and a toolbox. So, you know, I kind of developed that. It takes a lot longer to learn that way. So I was able to, you know, manage the stores, because that was more operations than it was hands-on. And then I always wanted to transition to the hands-on part of the business. And I did that back in 2011, I think. I finally transitioned to being a full-time hands-on mechanic, and then I did that for about 11 years, and then came here.
Okay.
We have retired driver's ed cars where we can just kind of disassemble and reassemble and see how things go together. I have my hobby cars that I bring in. Students who have their own cars that want to bring them in with a defined goal in mind. For example, one of my third-year students has her race car in here right now because the transmission went out, and we're replacing the transmission, and I'm allowing her to do a lot of the work on that while it's here.
Do you buy the parts for the people that have stuff wrong with the car for them to fix them?
No, what we usually do is a standard way. Like if it's for one of my cars, yes, I do buy the parts.
Okay.
The transmission job, she would have to buy her own parts if we need anything. Fluids that go in. We just generally ask that if we're working on the public's car, that they pay for any materials, and we don't charge them any labor at this point.
Okay. All right. I think we have everything we need, sir.
All right, cool.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you guys.